Hello everybody, and welcome back to the facing down of my desk. As everybody knows, this is a game pickup video, if people that are subscribed to my channel know about this. For those that do not know, what I usually do is game pickup videos, usually at the beginning of the year. I used to do it monthly / every 2 months, but due to the fact that it's time restraints because of me procrastinating work, or there's just like some time that I don't have, or finances, I'm not able to make game pickup videos throughout those months. But what I can do is usually do it at the beginning of each year. So in this case, happy 2023 everybody. So what we're going to do is go over the games that I actually procured throughout 2023 or 2022 in 2023's videos. I know I'm messing this up a lot. I really don't have much sleep in me right at this moment, but that is prone to change. And what I'm going to start off with is this little thing. This is a SSD. It's very tiny, but it's not in here. But usually it will look like the size of this. Now I know a lot of people are probably going to be wondering, what is with the SSD? As people know, I procured a PS5, and the SSD is very needed to store a lot of games on it, or also to have a lot more memory. PS5s have a 500 gig memory spot, but if you put in like an extra, let's just say, in my case, a 2 terabyte, you are good. That way you can actually store a lot of games. That's like essentially 10, maybe 9 Call of Duties on there, but that's just to be safe on there. But anyways, that was what we're going to start off the first one. DMC5, Devil May Cry, or yeah, DMC5 or Devil May Cry 5 Special Edition. Truth be told, this was the first game I actually bought physically for the PS5. Sadly, I was actually hoping it would be another game instead, but I have played Devil May Cry 5 before, but I can actually play this a lot better now that I have the SSD, more memory, and we could just move that on slowly. If I can actually, you know what, I'm just going to put it right here where I had it the last time. Anyways, the next game that I procured last year was Destroy All Humans 2 Reprobed. Now, I'm actually quite disappointed that it did look like this. I don't know why I got this copy and it has a little scratch in it, or indent. But this is actually not a bad reimagining, remake. But it's not the best either. I mean, granted, I did play Destroy All Humans not part 1, but Destroy All Humans remake for 2020. And I still need to finish this one, so I will get around to doing that and clear up my backlog. Now, the last one that I did buy physically was Crisis Core, or let's see if we can do it. Yeah, Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII Reunion. Now, truth be told, this is a really, really good remaster. I really enjoyed it a lot. However, there suffers one thing, which is no reversible box art. Now, why is that important? Well, here's the original Crisis Core for the PSP, no more, mind you. But what makes this one special is that at least this one has like an inside box art of it, like with all the characters, you know, Sung, Cloud, Sephiroth, Angeal, Zack, and Genesis. And also, remember when these used to be a thing, aka instruction manuals? But what would have been nice though, I know besides that little rant that I just went on, the little tangent, I kind of wish that they would have had this as a reverse box art for Crisis Core. But I know they couldn't do it, or they probably would have, but if you wanted like something special, you would have to pre-order from Best Buy to get the Steelbook. But other than that, this game is actually a really good remaster. I need to finish it. It might be one of the games I finish up at the beginning of this year, who knows? Well, next up is going to be the PS4 games. Now, truthfully told, a lot of the games that are on the PS4 can also be put over to PS5 through upgrades. But I don't know about certain games. But I'm going to start off with the 2 games my girlfriend actually gave to me. But either one of them is actually shrink wrapped, so I'm not able to open it yet. The Five Nights at Freddy's Core Pack, which is 1 through 4 / sister location. Like I said, this one's not completely open. And also Help Wanted. Now, honestly, truth be told, I don't really care for the Five Nights at Freddy's games, but she wants me to play them, so I will kind of grant her a solid and play it. Alright, King of Fighters 15. This was one of the games that one of my friends would not shut up about in the beginning. Hence why I made that little joke video at the beginning with it. So yeah, King of Fighters 15 is not bad, but I do need to get some of the DLCs for it so I can get Geese. But, truth be told, I was actually going to go with this one later, but this was the game that I kind of tricked people into it. Or not really, I made a joke with it, which was Cooking Mama Cookstar. Truth be told, I did finish this game in the single player. It's not that bad of a game. Granted, there are some controls that don't work. But other than that, it's pretty average, like a 5, 6 out of 10 game tops. Tales of Arise. Now, honestly, most people know exactly why Tales of Arise, why I like it, but I didn't get a chance to play it much due to the fact I had a lot of time constraints and also work. But yeah, Tales of Arise, I got it for cheap, and this is also one of those games that's also PS5 upgrade, which is very, very neat. I can actually play this game on the PS5 and have it look pretty. Elden Ring, aka 2022's Game of the Year, aka what stole the Game Awards from God of War Ragnarok, and it also has an upgrade. Here's my thing of Elden Ring. Is it a really good game? Yes. Is it perfect? No. There are a lot of games that got 10 out of 10s, Game of the Year awards. They are not perfect. I know for a fact that that is a stretch to say, especially if I'm mocking a game or I'm being overly critical about it. I'm not saying it's a bad game. It's a really good game. It's not everybody's cup of tea. I know that it caused a lot of controversies with some content creators and also some bad relapses. But other than that, Elden Ring is fine. It is a really good game. It is amazing. It has a lot of charm to it. And it doesn't play like a movie. I said it. Let's move on. Stranger of Paradise, Final Fantasy Origin. Now, truth be told, when I first saw this game, I played it on PS4. I did not expect to like this game a lot. And I heard a lot of bad shit about the not PS4, but the demo, the first 2 demos of this game. And yes, it does have online for it, but I did hear the first 2 demos were bad. And then they released a 3rd demo. I played that one, and I actually grew to like it. Everyone told me I was extremely lucky because that demo was better. And honestly, truth be told, that is what inspired me to... that demo is what inspired me to get this game, pre-order it, and get the hat that came with it from GameStop. Funnily enough, I still have that hat, but sadly, I don't wear ballpoint hats. And the last game that I bought for PS4, which also has the PS5 upgrade, is Star Wars, aka Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga, which included the DLC pack with it. But I know there's another one that you have to buy, but I'm going to wait on that one. Because I said that, I got the digital deluxe version of this game. Comes with a nice little box with the mask coming off. I actually really enjoyed that. And the game is actually really good. It's essentially Lego Devil May Cry. That's all it is. And it's really well done. But I kind of hope that they continue onward with the Lego series with that type of gameplay. Or if they ever come back to do another Lego game, it'll be something completely different. Finally, we are going to end this game pickup video with the Switch games. Funnily enough, I actually owned a lot of Switch games this year. Granted, it may not look like a lot, but there was a lot of games that either I bought or I was given. Case in point, give or take. The first one that was this was the only one that was given to me, which was Pokemon Scarlet. Now, truth be told, I did look at the whole controversy, I want to call it, or the negative feedback that it got when it came to its performance issues. Truth be told, despite that, the game's actually good. It actually is really good. My brother bought me this game, and he would keep asking me if I played it. I told him no, but by the time I finally got to it, he said, I told you it was a great game. But, yeah, the only reason why I got the Scarlet version is because the internet can tell you why I'm not going to. It's quite obvious. And now we're going to move on to the games I did buy, aka Pokemon Legends Arceus. Now, this game is actually not bad, though. It actually inspired Pokemon Scarlet and Violet's gameplay, essentially. Like with the whole open world and that aspect of it. But granted, I don't like how the starters were not that great. But it could have been a lot better with it, I guess. But other than that, it's a pretty fun Pokemon game. Not as good as Scarlet and Violet in my opinion, but it's still pretty decent. Bayonetta 3. Honestly, Bayonetta 3 is not bad. I thought I wouldn't care for the new voice actress they got for Bayonetta, but she did surprisingly well. And despite controversy, funnily enough, all the games that I'm looking at, or I brought out, they suffer from a lot of either controversies or negative press. Yeah, negative press, there we go. That I couldn't do it like, but anyways, there we go. So, a lot of the negative press, this had to do with the original voice actress for Bayonetta, saying that she was not paid, even though she asked for way too much. And it's funny that Platinum stood by the new voice actress, because she didn't care. She was like, I just want people to have fun with the game. I want people to enjoy the game. I'm under an NDA, which was pretty professional about her, but not the original voice actress. She decided to go out and attack everybody and told people to boycott it, but guess what? It won Action Game of the Year and has a spinoff coming, so nice one, Helena. You created more games in this series. Nintendo Switch Sports. Honestly, I was actually excited for this one, despite the fact there was no golf in it. But let me pull out the box that I actually got with it, because with the box, it came with a strap for it. Now, as right here, it says leg strap included. And here are the sports. Let's go over the sports. And I actually went in detail with it. Volleyball, not good. Badminton, meh. Bowling, still champ. Soccer, not good. Chambara, pretty good. Tennis, pretty good. So you get the idea with that, though. The only one that it was actually really good was bowling. Surprisingly enough. Volleyball sucked. Badminton was meh. Soccer sucked. And all the other sports were okay, / good. And then they brought in golf and actually made it better. But it's... honestly, this was very I wouldn't say underwhelming, but it was very disappointing, in my opinion. It could do a lot better. I hope they learned a lesson from it. Live Alive. Now, honestly, I've never heard of Live Alive before. I know that it was a Famicom or Super Famicom game that finally got remastered and brought over to the States. This game was really good. It has the same art style like Octopath Traveler. It is really good. Voice acting could be improved. It could be a little bit better, could be worse. But for what it is, Live Alive is really, really good. And I actually need to go back and finish up this game along with all the others so I can actually play Octopath 2. I know it has no resemblance to the game Octopath, but visually it's the same, kinda. Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Honestly, I did not want to get Xenoblade Chronicles 3 at first. But then I saw people saying that this game was amazing, this game was really good, and honestly, this character on the far right is the main reason why I wanted to get the game. Uni is great. I honestly love Uni. She is one of the best characters in this game. Just because of how she acts, and just because she actually is a great character. I'm not gonna lie. Neo, The World Ends With You. The sequel to The World Ends With You. Funnily enough. Now, honestly, I do own The World Ends With You for the Switch. That one was not that great, but I did try the demo of this game when it first came out. Or not came out, when it was first coming out. I really loved the demo. But I could never find this game anywhere. And then one day, Amazon had little things like, hey, this game is under 30 bucks. It's finally available. I broke down, bought it, and now I have it in my library. So, kudos. I actually own The World Ends With You sequel. Or Neo, The World Ends With You. Let's see. Mario Strikers Battle League. This was a mistake, honestly. This was a big disappointment. Honestly, if I had to say between Nintendo Switch Sports and this game for disappointment, I would go with this, because at least Nintendo Switch Sports was not $60. There's no story like the others had. There's nothing really good about it. There's barely any customization. And the gameplay just is eh. But I wish that they would actually learn their lesson, but they won't. They'll just make more like this or keep updating it with more free characters, but do nothing else. That, honestly, Mario Strikers Battle League was a disappointment. The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD. I got it. It was on sale. I'm moving on. Skyward Sword's not my favorite, but I'll give it where it's due. I will try it again with Pro Controllers. Hopefully it works. Triangle Strategy. I did pre-order this game when it came out. Here's the cards, the little character cards. Has all the characters here. Tells you about the characters. Yep, here's all the characters. I'm not gonna go bothering showing them all in detail because, granted, I do love the cards. They did, like, Dragon's Crown Pro did this. They had like a little special thing where it came with cards, which is nice. But when it came to this game, it was underwhelming. Very much underwhelming. Like, I know there's a lot of people that really enjoy this game, but it was very underwhelming. I will give it another shot in the future, but for right now, I'm steering clear of it. Big Brain Academy, Brain versus Brain. I have played the Brain Academy games, or Big Brain Academy games. I have played them before. They're not bad, but they could be better. But in this case, this is more fun with other people, which now I have the option to do so. Kirby and the Forgotten Land. Honestly, if I had to say the best game that came out this year, this is in my top 10 list for best games of 2022. And if I had to put it on a Kirby list, like which Kirby game is better, it does not beat Kirby Superstar Ultra, but it's in the top 5 for sure. I love the open level aspect of this game. I liked the new mode, or not new modes, but the new abilities with it. And I love the new I wouldn't say how to try to describe this. I liked the new upgradable powers. So that's what made this game really enjoyable. And funnily enough, there was an epilogue to this game, which I really liked. And I actually 100%ed this game, so it was really fun to play. Would I do a series of this? That is debatable, but that could happen. Just never know. And there you have it. Those are all the games that I got in the year of 2022. If I did digital games, this video would be very, 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 very long. Unless there were games that were digital but made physical, I might put those in for 2023's video. But I will probably do so at a much later date. But with that being said, I hope everybody enjoys the year 2023. Hopefully we all get some good news, things improve, there's more games and music and TV shows and movies to enjoy. I do this as I bounce up and down, as you can see in the shadow. But with that being said, I will see you in the next part or next video whenever I do one of these, as well as the series that I'm going to continue on this channel. So until we meet again, guys, take care.